All right, Anett Rolikova of the Ethereum Magicians. Thanks for coming to Decrypting Mainnet.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
How are you enjoying the conference so far?
It's been a very good one.
So tell me a little bit about the Ethereum Magicians and what it is that you guys do, because everybody's got this idea of like, well, Ethereum, there's all this behind the scenes stuff happening, but you guys play a very special role in the ecosystem. So what is that?
Yeah, so the Ethereum Magicians is playing a very key role in the ecosystem as we are trying to bring like opportunities for people to talk about technical issues in Ethereum, and especially talking about AIPs and standardizations around Ethereum core protocol layers. So we are running Ethereum Magicians Discourse Forum, where it's open forum. We don't try to moderate it much. We are just trying to moderate it in terms of trying to avoid people scamming others and talking about like promoting projects. So we are focused mainly on Ethereum core and talking about the technical issues in Ethereum.
What do you mean by Ethereum core?
Like all core devs discussions and AIPs, ERCs.
So is it fair to say that you guys kind of play a role taking what's going on at the core development level and bringing that to people that use Ethereum all over the world?
Yes, we are trying to make people talk about what's happening in Ethereum core layers, and also we are trying to organize discussions around Ethereum core protocol layers in order to make people more aware of what's going on.
And what do you notice among those discussions that you see happening? What are people really interested in about Ethereum right now?
Anything core related, anything like what's happening in the core, and especially the controversial discussions around like
what's controversial?
Prokpo was very controversial. Then the AIP 1559, it was a huge discussion around core.
So let's talk a little bit about EIP 1559. Why did we spend so much time with EIP 1559 when ETH 2.0 is around the corner? Why not focus attention there?
Because, ETH 2.0 kind of launched already, in a sense, but it's still kind of a long road ahead of us, because it's still like just the Bitcoin chain is right now running, but there are no dApps running on the top of it, and it will take some time in order to get dApps going on ETH 2.0. The reason why EIP 1559 it's very controversial even for me as Ethereum core, like kind of Ethereum core member. I was expecting that it will turn out differently than it did.
How so?
Because the fees are just higher, and the expectations from like the research team and from like everyone who's been working on AIP 1559 was that Ethereum will find the deflation. When what happened in reality is that there are so many transactions happening on Ethereum, and so much ETH is going to burn, and there are huge transaction costs. So I think that it didn't win as expected.
Okay, so then what is the next step as we wait for ETH 2.0 to come? Do you just write it out, or is there a fix to it, or is this just kind of gonna...
I got a very dumb idea, which people will not agree with, but I wanted to
I'd love to hear
fork Ethereum back to pre-EIP 1559 and just leave it like that. Because I'm not a fan of the EIP 1559, because just Ethereum became so unusable. I mean, it's usable for people that can afford such a high gas fees. Yes. I mean, lately it's been like pretty okay. Like my transactions were around $5, which is like pretty okay. But back a few weeks ago, it was around $100-ish, which was insane. So I would love to see Ethereum back in pre-1559, but unfortunately, nobody could expect that this will happen with the gas fees and everything. because there was no way how they could test it properly, the IP, even though they tried, like researchers tried to test the IP 1559 on testnets, but they just weren't expecting that there will be so much activities, especially with the NFTs.
So, is there a movement afoot to kind of go back to before EIP 1559, or do you feel like now people are focused on the next thing?
No, there is definitely not a chance that we will go back to pre-EIP 1559. Okay. Just because the Ethereum is like developing and there are many other IPs that are going to get into the chain, and I think that the next fork is planned for like a few months later.
Can you tell me a little bit about some other EIPs that are Ethereum improvement proposals that are coming up that
I haven't been paying attention much to this.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I've been mainly focused on the NFT AIPs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's been going on with NFT AIPs? Because NFTs are really big right now. Everybody's launching NFTs. Yeah. So how have you been involved with that?
There is so much mess around metadata in NFTs these days. So that's very high on the list of what we want to improve, and especially I'm focusing with working group on trying to find the solutions how to describe better metadata, because right now in 721 metadata are described by token URI, which points out to IPFS or other storage link, which is that's the whole metadata, how we can describe them. OpenSea made their standards reach extending 721 rich metadata standard, which is adding some attributes to the metadata itself. That's how we are right now solving the metadata issues, by describing pictures, but by adding attributes to them to the standard itself. So we have some like rich metadata right now, but it's still not perfect, and we have still a long road ahead of us.
Long road ahead. That sounds like Ethereum. Okay, Anett Rolikova, Ethereum Magicians. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.